All right. Welcome into another episode of the Adam Groom Show. We're going to get hot fire takes from Groomer. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Ottawa Senators, the Battle of Ontario. A lot of quick hitters, mostly revolved around hockey and the playoffs coming up. But of course, we have to start with the Masters. Another episode that we're filming, recording on Wednesdays. So a couple days later, everyone, good solid 2 days to recover from what Sunday was at Augusta. Loved hearing so many different takes of friends, other broadcasters, golfers, athletes, whatever it may be. Every single story that you could listen to of what they were doing that day, how they felt. It was really, really cool to listen to. I can't think of the last time in golf where I was just melting in my couch with the emotions that were going on 18 when Rory had that putt on 18 to win and he missed it. I just sunk down, pulled my hat down, and I just thought, I can't believe after how well he played at times and how poorly he played at times, he couldn't step up and just drain that putt. The emotions he must have felt, the adrenaline he must have felt, and to be honest, I had no idea how it would possibly turn out after that. How do you recover from that? But obviously he was able to. Goes into the playoff with Rose. Same shot, same approach. But let's run down it a little bit. Rory beating Rose in the playoff, mentioning the up and down emotions, doubling the very first hole. Bryson able to save par on the first, or when he was in the trees, maybe on the second, and getting a birdie somehow. And then after that, though, Bryson kind of just went away. He didn't really have much anymore. He didn't remind me of himself, kind of carrying himself with that confidence that he was going to be able to do whatever he wanted. Kind of seemed like he was playing a little bit scared. And Rory was able to jump up and down. I did want to hit on something a little bit before moving on to the rest. Is that I thought the presentation of the final round on television was terrible. I know that you're only going to end up showing golfers who are making shots, and it seemed like a lot of guys, like Corey Connors had a terrible final round, missing like a 2-footer on one. Like that there alone was like, oh man. And I feel with Connors, he's just never able to step up in the right moment. But a great showing for him. He's such a consistent golfer, but just looking for a little bit more, to kind of carry that Canadian content. But yeah, I just thought the replays were bad. Give me that replay right away. They got chirped a lot, CBS did, for going a Bryson interview after his round instead of watching Rosie and Rory walk up 18 fairway in the playoff. Their tee shots, like no one cares what Bryson has to say. Interview him after. You know he's going to say yes, he's going to take that TV time. I just thought it was weird. Bryson and Rory not speaking to each other throughout the round. Now, apparently that was a Rory's decision. Thought it was pretty funny. But again, it's just like, this is the Masters. It's the final round. You're in the final group. You're in the lead. I wouldn't do much talking either. I would just be locked in with my caddy and getting the job done. Rory's blunder on 13, the par 5. So at this point, I think maybe he had a 4-shot lead. And he's, 85 yards, and he flips a wedge attacking the pin. I think they might have called it like it was a mishit, a bit of a shank, but just misses it right, goes down into the creek. In that situation, I was looking at my dad, and I thought, why isn't he lining this thing up to the middle of the green on 13, and everything trickles down towards the hole? When he did that, I thought, is he getting too confident here? Is he going to blow this? Is this the start? Couldn't believe it. But then, of course, the shot on 15, just like, if he would have made the eagle putt on 15, it would have been a lot better. But they're going to show that shot with the shot shape around the tree for years and years to come. He owned 15 this tournament. It was pretty cool to see. I mentioned Corey Conners struggling. Okay, so this is where we got to talk about the rest of the year. We wait so long for the Masters. It's one hell of a weekend. You know, we should give a shout out to Rose a bit more. 10 birdies on the day. It was really, really cool. Patrick Reed cost me a Masters pool. Ended up finishing second. But the guy went off, and good for him. He always plays Augusta really well. Tom Kim took the coward's way out. Shot a +7 on Sunday to really bury me. But good for you. You're 22 years old. You're playing the Masters. Last time I give you a chance at the Masters. Next year you can sit your ass down and I'll choose somebody else. You got to earn that. You got to earn that playing time back in Groomer's Masters pool. Stop fooling around. Will Rory win another major this season? So you look at it. The Open Championship is being played at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland, where Rory is from. Rory has the course record there of 61. Could very well be in the driver's seat for another major this year. Let's continue. The PGA Championship is held at Quail Hollow this year, where Rory holds the course record of 62. Hope I'm right about those records. But again, driver's seat. Absolutely. Carry that momentum. The field is insane. Like, I really enjoy where golf is right now, especially the PGA Tour, blah, blah, blah. It's dynamite. There's a lot of the best. Like, did you see that leaderboard on Sunday? It was amazing. Golf is in such a good spot right now. I'm really liking it. And then we ask ourselves, is Rory going to win another Masters? Groomer's take, I think he definitely can. He's 35 years old. Like, now that he has this done, I can't believe he went 11 years without a major. But, like, he's Hall of Fame. But now that he has this major, it's the weight off the shoulders. Still an absolutely top-tier golfer. Now he can just go into these things and kind of relax a bit more. There's not as much pressure on him. He has the career Grand Slam. He has all the tools. I'd say he has 35 years old. We just saw Rosie do it at 44. But a guaranteed 7, 8, 9 years left of like really prime Rory. He for sure can get another Masters. I'll actually put it at 1.5, and I'll take the over. That he can win 2 more Masters before the end of his career. Groomer's take. The Battle of Ontario. My goodness. I'm 38 years old. The last time this happened, I believe, was 2004. The Leafs have sucked for so long. Ottawa has been a lot better over the last decade. They made it to a Stanley Cup final in 2006. 2008. They made it to a conference final in 2016. And now we're both back. Sens are looking real good. Leafs have looked dynamite. I was talking to my cousin the other day, and he's asking, do you like what you're seeing from Berube and how he coaches and how different it is from Keefe? Like, do you like the Leafs winning 7-5? No, I don't. I like them winning 3-0. I like them winning 3-1. I like them winning 3-2. Their game recently has been so steady and so dominant too. The control of puck, playmaking ability, getting those high-scoring chances, they're all there. Now, they're not always burying, but they're there. They're controlling the game. And I think if you get back the healthy McCabe and Tanev is back, can't remember who else was out, but you're looking really, really good. And Leaf fans saying it, but I think they look great. And Leaf fans saying it, Leafs in 5. Book it. Now, you know what you do? You call up Darcy Tucker. You call up Chris Neal. You can't do Alfredson, I guess, because he's behind the bench, right? Call up Matt Sundin, Radek Bonk, Gary Vault, Corey Cross, Wade Retton. Get these guys together and hey, man, let's drop the puck. Game 1 and Game 3 And if I'm those guys, I'm just like Chris Neil and Tucker, I'm saying, like, let's just jaw at each other a little bit. Maybe let's get in each other's face and just get the buildings exploding. Absolutely exploding. I mean, you're going to, no matter what Ottawa tries to do, you're going to see Leaf fans in Ottawa, a crap ton of them, starting Sunday night. Sunday, Tuesday. Damn. The goosebumps have arrived. And let's go. Like, we're so lucky to have this again. Canadian hockey teams are looking really good. As a Canadian, you want Canadian teams to be in the playoffs. Here we go. We got a bunch. We hopefully have Montreal, but we'll talk about that in a short little second here. But Battle of Ontario, let's get it. Ottawa's owned the Leafs the last few times here. Someone likes to make a joke that the Leafs haven't beat Ottawa since 2023. Okay, cool, bro. That's funny. Good one. So let's step up and get it done then. Stolar should be starting game 1. I think he's earned that. He's looked really good. And I'm sure Brady Tkachuk will be back at some point. And it's been 21 years, man. Battle of Ontario. Get your popcorn. Quick hitters as we get out of here. We're running a little long. Jays are looking pretty good. First guy, put my hand up to say I'm super surprised. I didn't have this. The rotation's looking really good. I think it was yesterday or today, afternoon game, probably not. Yesterday, pitching gets 19 strikeouts. That's huge. Vladdy hits a home run. And I think this team's impressing me a lot. They're getting it done with small ball. As a baseball lover myself, I've always loved small ball. I think being able to manufacture a run says a lot about who you are as a player and who you are as a team and who you are as a coach. It takes a lot to get that done, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's poetically beautiful to be able to manufacture a run in baseball and then do what you have to do to win a ball game. I love to see that some teams in the MLB are still taking that approach to winning ball games. Doesn't always have to be a strikeout or a home run. It's beautiful to see. Go Jays, go. Tyler Seguin returning to the lineup tonight for the Dallas Stars. Whether it's tonight, tomorrow, who cares? He's going to get one game in before the playoffs. That's huge for them. Dougie Hamilton returning to the lineup for the playoffs for the Devils. In the end, I don't think it matters. I think Carolina is going to crush New Jersey in 5, maybe a sweep. Chris Letang undergoes heart surgery. I read this today. This guy he's battled injuries. He's battled health issues in his entire career. What he had done on his heart today, or whether it was yesterday or whenever it was, and I knew somebody growing up who had this problem. There's a little tiny hole in his heart, and I don't really know how that procedure works to fix it, but it's something that you're born with, apparently. So, you just want the best for the guy. I think he still has term left on his contract, but I think at some point you got to maybe look at it and say, maybe I just call it a day, but ultimately it's his decision. And Chris Letang, all the best. That's tough. Fleury with a flurry of saves in overtime. So this is a pretty cool story. Minnesota Wild needed 1 point to make the playoffs, to clinch the playoffs. They tied it up real late against Anaheim to get their 1 point to go into overtime. Gustafsson then decides to go to the coach and say, hey, we're in the playoffs. Why don't we do something cool here and put Fleury in for the overtime in his last regular season game? They did it. He made a bunch of saves, 5 saves in less than 5 minutes. A bunch of them coming on a 4-on-3 power play that Anaheim had, and Minnesota ultimately wins the game, and Fleury gets the win. It was really, really cool to see. Like a lot of teams have done, they lined up at the end of the game to shake Fleury's hand and wish him all the best. It was at home. It was really, really cool. Now Minnesota goes to the playoffs, and they're a pretty good team. Now that Kaprizov is back, they're going to be a lot better, but absolutely very cool story there. The Montreal Canadiens, man. Oh, we were talking about it, how hot they've been, and they blew the game the other day against Chicago. Didn't look good, but now they're in it. They're in for something here. They need 1 point. They're playing Carolina tonight at home. correct? Yes, Montreal's at home. That building's going to be popping. You've got the nerves or whatever, the adrenaline of Demidov's first game. It's done now. Got to teach the kid to back check a little bit, but he looks phenomenal. Montreal, get 1 point and you're in the playoffs. Let's have it. We got to see it. Most importantly, I want to see you beat Washington because I think Montreal can really surprise Washington. If Montreal loses, they don't get their point. Columbus tomorrow, hosting the Islanders, has to win in regulation. That's it. That's the business. Montreal, go get your point. Let's add another Canadian team to the playoffs. Fantastic time of year. Playoffs are starting Thursday. I might chime in here and there on the Instagram rather than sitting down and doing an episode like this, but the episodes will come. At this point, I guess we're setting up for a maybe Tuesday episode before the Leaf game where we'll talk about the Sunday night game, or maybe we'll chime in on the Instagram. Oh, and somebody asked me about Twitter. I deleted Twitter. I sometimes would go on there, but Twitter or X, it's poison, and no more time for that. So you can catch Groomer's Takes, the Adam Groom Show, all that jazz on YouTube and on the Instagram, and I do post on Facebook to try and get you to the YouTube page. Okay, enjoy the nights. Wednesday night, playoffs, baby. Here we are. Great time of year. All right, talk to you later. Bye.